Alex from DC World, and I'm here with Phil Lamar. How are you?
I'm good, Alex. How are you?
Enjoying London? Yeah, I'm very well myself. How's London treating you so far?
So far, so good.
Yeah, is this your first time in London? Or?
No. I've been before.
Oh, fantastic. So have you been here long, or have you just...
No, just got in yesterday, slept, and came here.
Fantastic. So, I'm going to get down to it now. Obviously, with DC World, DC fans, of course, my introduction to Green Lantern was
The Justice League.
Yeah, you
Excellent.
John Stewart specifically. So I've got to ask you, like, what was your experience with that character, and from the beginning when you started through to then all the arcs that came with?
Well, I just auditioned, but as a comic book fan from way back, it was very interesting to me that Bruce Timm and the writers had decided to make John Stewart the Green Lantern of Earth. And I asked him, I was like, is this like the continuity of the comics? He's like, no. John Stewart is the Green Lantern, you know. And I asked him why. He's like, well, basically, he said he didn't want to have a show where 7 white people saved the planet every week. He wanted, I mean, and this was back before diversity was a buzzword. It was just how he saw the world. And it was amazing because what happened is it added levels and textures to the series, you know, as it went on. Just the casting of Maria Canals as Hawkgirl. Then when we had the Thanagarian invasion storyline, they cast all the Thanagarians as Latinx actors.
Okay.
So all of a sudden they had something that tied them all together, just, you know, in a way, but it wasn't ever explicit. But it just became this thing that separated the Thanagarians from the Earth people.
So you mentioned the beforehand and then during and after.
Are you here,
have like
Saturday?
specific moments of John Stewart's life and in the comic and then also in Justice League that you're particularly proud of? Like,
well, I mean, the part of John Stewart was, you know, catnip as an actor. I mean, I got to be on trial for murder, be in a love triangle with, you know, an ex-lover who's trying to invade the Earth. You know, you don't get to play that. You know, and plus the way they were able to write the character, and I think it was because they were in some ways starting from scratch. When you're writing Batman and Superman, there are so many decades of continuity that even people who don't read comics or know the character really well have an idea of what those characters can and cannot do. With Green Lantern, you have a little more leeway, and they took full advantage of it and really just built a fully realized character, you know, emotionally, story-wise, background-wise, and it was a joy to play.
I mean, I was watching some of the episodes recently, and it's interesting how the entire league, John Stewart's probably the straightest character, and he's also a military man by background, right? And as opposed to Hal Jordan, who's the standard Green Lantern that, you know, most comic fans you go, okay, who's the Green Lantern? They go, Hal, but right, someone like me who came through Justice League, it's John.
Yeah.
You know, Hal's supposed to be this renegade, whatever, but John, he's very like, you know, we're doing this, we've got to make sure it's done by the book.
Right.
Contrasting pretty much everything.
Yeah.
And
well, and it's funny because if you think about it, somebody with the Marines background joining what's basically a military group, he's the only one with any experience. Like, Batman doesn't know how to work well with others. Superman generally doesn't need to, you know. It made sense for him to be the organizational mind, you know, and it also needed that from, you know, in the comics you can sort of get away with it. It's like, all right, let's all go. But when you actually have to show people organizing, it helps to have someone with that mentality. And again, those guys, when they piece this together, they just put all the right pieces.
Now, this is a little bit separate from Justice League and your work with as John Stewart, but it happens to be the same year of Jack Kirby's birthday. You mentioned you're a comic fan, so obviously you're going to know Jack Kirby. Do you have a favourite moment or a favourite character of Jack's that you'd like to share that people don't know about?
That's really interesting. I mean, it's actually, for me, one of the best moments of Justice League was when they brought in the new gods.
Yeah.
And we really got to explore that Jack Kirby-esque world in our show. You know, because, and you watch those episodes and you see, I mean, his sense of design is infectious. Like, I mean, because Bruce has his own very strong style. But once you start doing these Jack Kirby characters, you see the animation style shift. You know, the backgrounds, everything begins to have that Kirby feel. Because you can't avoid it.
It's all funky, the real pops out at you.
The lines get dark and they get, you know, a little thicker.
Yeah. You know. Do you have a treasured comic at home? Do you sort of look and go, that's the one I will pass down?
Sadly, most of them, I mean, I don't think I have any Jack Kirby stuff.
Just generally, outside of Kirby.
Well, I've got a box that are all of the great comics. You know, Dark Knight, Kingdom Come, Elektra Assassin, all of the, you know, just really, really seminal works. You know, and I do dig into it every once in a while. Someone's like, "Hey, what? I've never read." It's like, read this. This is what you need. You know, if you read nothing else, read this.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for your time